Hello and welcome to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest transfer news. We start with Francisco Trincao, as it has been reported that manager Xavi does not count on the 22-year-old Barca forward. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about Riqui Puig, it has been reported that the young Barcelona midfielder is in advanced negotiations with Serie A giant Fiorentina. We are also going to be looking at that. So guys, as we get right into it, please make sure to subscribe, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a video. Give the video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. Barca! 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 With Barcelona beginning their preseason camp earlier, ahead of the 2022-23 season, some of the out-of-favor players reported to the club's Ciutat Esportiva complex for their medical tests and training sessions. One of those stars who arrived for the preseason was Portuguese winger Francisco Trincao. Trincao is back at Barca after spending last season out on loan at Premier League club Wolverhampton Wanderers. Trincao failed to make the most of his time in England, leading to the Midlands club not signing him on a permanent deal. It has led to Wolves having to pay a €6 million penalty to Barcelona as part of their initial loan agreement. Now that Trincao is back at Barcelona, Mundo Deportivo reports that manager Xavi Hernandez does not count on the winger heading into the new season, leaving the young forward to find a new club for himself. There had been speculations that Barca were ready to put the former SC Braga winger's exit on hold until they were able to get clarity on the situations of Rafinha and Ousmane Dembele. But in recent days, it has emerged that Blaugrana have an agreement with Leeds United Rafinha, while they are also closing in on the resigning Dembele on a 2-year contract. It has meant that Trincao is no longer needed at Barcelona, with Xavi deciding not to count on the former Braga ace anymore. Sporting CP has shown an interest in signing the Portuguese international in the recent past and will now rekindle their efforts to land the forward. A return to Portugal could be a good move for Trincao, who has struggled to make an impact in the last 2 seasons since leaving his homeland. What now remains to be seen is whether Sporting are in a position to pay the attackers €18 million asking price. Trincao is one of the players that many expect to depart Barcelona. Of course, he returned from loan at Wolves. His loan spell was not the best, he scored 3 goals, I think, but he's not impressed. Wolves had that option to pay €30 million to buy him permanently, but Wolves decided not to buy him, and of course, they paid €6 million as penalty for that to Barca. So Trincao was back yesterday at the preseason training yesterday at the Ciutat Esportiva. And it is now reported that Xavi does not count on the player, which definitely means he will be sold. So we've been getting a lot of rumors about Sporting Lisbon being interested, but even though things have not been spoken about in recent days, but many expect him to return to his homeland Portugal, where he played his best football. We quite remember Trincao was bought from SC Braga, Portuguese club, where he shined, and Barca was attracted to him to bring him. Even though when Koeman was in charge, Koeman preferred Ousmane Dembele to him. So he was frustrated. Even though when he entered the pitch, I quite saw some impact to the pitch. He played well, but unfortunately, Koeman did not prefer him, so he had to be loaned to Wolves. And going to Wolves, his football was not the best, and he was decided to be sent back to Barcelona. So as it stands right now, Xavi has a clear plan, and Trincao is not part of it. We know Xavi is making things clear to players that he does not need, right? Telling Umtiti, telling Lenglet, telling Bradway that they are not part of their plans. Normally, we even got reports how he told players like Riqui Puig, told Neto Moreira not to show up for the pre-season training. But of course, they did show up yesterday, and it came as a surprise to the manager that the players came, because it was like, if they don't show up, they should better be sorting out their futures, because definitely they will not be at Barca in the coming season. But they did show up. Trincao as well showed up yesterday, even though his future is out of Barcelona as it stands. So manager Xavi does not count on Trincao. As Ousmane Dembele, there are a lot of reports claiming that Dembele could be renewed. Oh, sorry, Dembele could sign a new contract for 2 years. But let's see if truly that will happen. Then for Rafinha's case, Rafinha to deal is so complicated, even though what is now being said is Barca are leading the race as we have agreed on the 60 million euro for Rafinha. So let's see if Barca do the trick to get him. But Trincao will have no chance, right? Because Barca are confident that they will get Rafinha, and also they are confident that Dembele will sign a 2-year extension, because Xavi do believe that those two wingers can coexist in one team. So let's see how things go from here. Then on to the next story of discussion. Riqui Puig reported to Barcelona's pre-season training yesterday, despite being given permission to not join the rest of the players in order to sort out his future. The 22-year-old is no longer in the plans of manager Xavi and has been informed that he is to leave the club in the current transfer window. Despite the struggles to nail down a spot in Barcelona's first team setup, the La Masia graduate continues to gather admirers from across continent. Clubs in La Liga have shown interest, while there have also been links to some French sides. However, according to a fresh update from Sport, journalist Joan Verhilis, Italy could end up being Riqui Puig's next destination, as he is in advanced negotiations with Serie A side Fiorentina over a transfer this summer. Reports last week had claimed that the Spaniards camp were in contact with La Viola over a possible move, and it now seems like the talks have reached advanced stages, which could mean that a transfer might be imminent. Puig has less than a year left on his contract with Barcelona, given that he does not feature in the manager's plans, especially following the arrival of Franchise. The parting of ways makes total sense for both the player and the club. Fiorentina finished in 7th place in the Serie A last season and will play the qualifiers for the UEFA Europa League Conference League, meaning that Riqui Puig could get an opportunity of featuring in continental competition if he joins Venezia Italiano's team this summer. It is evident that Puig's development has stalled due to the lack of game time coming his way at Barca. A new challenge at a new club could be exactly what he needs to get his career back on track and live up to the potential he had shown when he rose through the ranks at La Masia. Riqui Puig's departure will not only be welcomed by just Barca, I think by the player himself as well as all the Barca fans. It's been rather unfortunate the way things have gone for Riqui, and nevertheless, leaving Barcelona is the best option, to get his career back on track. Riqui Puig does not deserve to be a bench player for the whole season. From what we have been seeing year in, year out, that's what he has been doing, warming the bench for most part of the season or for most part of his time at FC Barcelona. So what we are getting is Fiorentina are close in negotiations with the player, and of course he will likely go there if Fiorentina really push hard for that. Even though I've been getting a lot of rumors about La Liga clubs interested as well, like Celta Vigo and Valencia. But let's see. But as it stands right now, Fiorentina are the most likely destination, as they are saying that they are in advanced negotiations with the player. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.